Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us vs. Herd. Today I'm going to show you how to buy options on Robinhood. As you can see, the market's down a bit today. I actually have no, if you look at my portfolio here, I have no option positions. I only have stocks. I've never traded options on here. I mostly use Thinkorswim or Robinhood, but I have played around with it. It's been kind of fun. I don't typically, this is mainly just like I buy stocks and hold stocks in here. I don't have a lot of buying power. I only have $32 in buying power on here. So I'm going to be looking at just trading some small price stocks. I think I'm going to be looking at Snap. So what I'll do here is I'll click on Snap here. Snap is at 1480 right now. It did drop 6% today. On large market day, down days, or down days in general, I like to buy calls, and on up days, I like to buy puts. But that's just me. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, do you believe in the company? Do you think it's going to go? Do you think the company is going to go up or go down? But in this example, I'm just going to show you how to buy a call option on Snap since we're down so much on this. And just to kind of get you familiar, there's a new, if you're new to Robinhood or Robinhood options, there's a new trade button down here. You click on trade, and now when you hit buy or sell, that's for buying or selling the stock that I have. I do own some stock on Snapchat or Snap here. What I will do is click on trade options, and here brings you up their options chain. Like I discussed in my other video, I had yesterday or the day before, I put out a video that pretty much reviewed Robinhood. I'll put the link in the description below. You can check out the video on the overall flow and how it compares to other brokerages. But this is their option chain. I'm not going to go into too much detail. And since I only have like $35 in buying power, I'm going to be looking for some cheap options here. And this is mainly for an example, not to show you that I'm going to make money or not going to make money on it. But as you can see here, the share price is currently $14.78. So anything below here is in the money. Anything above here is out of the money. And I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'll do some more videos. And I have other videos, option videos out as well that break you down the basics of options and gets you familiar with in the money, out of the money, calls and puts. And basically you buy calls if you believe the stock is going to go up. You buy puts if you believe the stock is going to go down. So up here you could switch from buy or sell to call or put. Right now we have calls highlighted. They're red right now because all the calls are down. As you can see, these are down 60 or 70%, mainly because Snapchat had a super unexpected move. It's down, 7%. You can switch to puts here. As you can see, if I switch to the put here, these are green, and look, these are up 400% today. And if you get good at trading options, I mean, look how much money you could make: 762%, 382%, 238%. However, options are a bit more tricky because you have to get the time right with the move. So it's not like buying and selling stocks where if you buy a stock or you're short a stock, you can hold that for as long as you want. Unless if you're shorting stock, you get a margin called. But on Robinhood, you can't short stock anyway. So the good thing about buying options on Robinhood, it allows you to short the market on Robinhood. People tell me, hey, you could buy these, bear ETFs and all that to short the market, but it's not the same as shorting an individual stock. It's just not. But as you can see, calls and puts, you can make a lot of money because you leverage it. However, you can also lose a lot of money because you have to get the timing right and the price right. So I need these trades to work out by April 6th or April 13th up here, or April 20th, or whatever expiration you could choose. So you could choose different expirations. Since this is just an example, I don't have a lot of buying power. I'm just going to choose this week's expiration, and I'm going to buy some calls today because the market's down so much. Looks like the share price went even a little bit lower than when we originally clicked on this. We could check it out here. Yeah, so it got a little bit of a bounce, but it's going back down. So what I'm going to do here, right here, this is the option price here with the dollar sign here. It tells me this is how much I need the stock to move to break even. So that's kind of nice. The calls are getting cheaper as the price moves away. So, that's why I say I like to buy calls on the down moves, because option prices get inflated or they get deflated based on if the direction is moving towards or away from your option price. And what I mean by that, say if you're looking to buy calls and you're day trading, don't buy calls on the spike up. because they're going to be super inflated. Once the price levels out, those options are going to deflate. You're going to lose money instantly. Same for puts. Don't buy puts as it's dropping. Unless you're going to do a super quick trade. But if you're going to hold it for the week or two, don't buy puts as the market's dropping hard. Wait for it to level out, because the calls and the puts are going to be super inflated. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of things that go into buying or selling a call or a put. And I'll click on this $15 call here just to give you an example. And then they have this little chart up here in the corner, in the far right corner. And I'm not going to go into it in this video. I do have some other videos that explain delta and theta and gamma and all that. But it all comes down to the Greeks and what the implied volatility is here. Implied volatility is at 74, 75% right now. So the calls and puts are going to be expensive. If the implied volatility goes down to 50 or 20 or 30, even if the stock doesn't move or it moves towards your call or your put, you're instantly going to lose money. So it's a lot more complicated than just buying it, hoping it moves towards the call or the put that you bought and within the time frame that you allotted. There's implied volatility, there's theta. Theta is time decay. It basically calculates how much per day your option is going to go down in price until expiration. So if you don't know any of these things, you're probably going to lose money. You might get lucky a couple times, but overall, trade after trade, you're probably going to be in a downtrend. So in this case, I'm not going to explain that. I just wanted to give you an overview of kind of what we're buying, what we're selling here. This week, I'm actually going to buy these 1550 calls. So when I buy something, I like to buy something that's closer to in the money. Maybe I'll buy these. Let's see, $34 calls. Let's see, we got, how much did I have? Oh, I have $32. So that's not going to work. But for this example here, I'm going to buy these unless these go down in price here. I try to buy as close to the money as possible, mainly because you have a better chance of it getting back to that price. And I'm actually going to buy these $15 calls for $32. So it says 32 cents here, but I'll show you on the next page why it says it's going to be $32. So if I click the $32 here and I put in one contract I want, so you get one share, one contract equals one share. If I hit review, you're paying $32 right now to buy 100 shares. So I'm going to swipe to submit. So let's see if we can lock this order in. All right, so I put the order in, but no contract was placed. Probably because the option price. And if you don't know, see now it's $34. So I may not get a fill on that. Let's see here. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get a fill. And if you don't know, option pricing moves around a lot. Let's see here. Yeah, it's at 72. I'll wait a couple of seconds here, see if that pricing comes down a little bit. See if we can get a fill there at the 32. So option pricing moves around a lot, and depending on how it spikes, moves up, moves down, you can definitely get in trouble. Let's see. Is this gonna go? Should fill soon. No, it's going up now. I need to probably go back down to the 70s there. Yeah, it's at 34 right now. So probably not going to get filled on that unless it drops down more. We'll see if this drops down to 1470. So in the meantime, I'll just keep talking about kind of the different things that are going on here until we can get a fill here. I do have some stock positions on, but come on down. Okay, we're off by $1. So, like I was saying, the other thing that you have to put an account for is the time. So the time. So if you look at these calls here, we'll start at the $15 calls here, and I increase the time, they get a lot more expensive. So these $15 calls just went from $32 to $33 to $50 to $50, and these were 15 or 18 or 19, now they're 33. And the reason why is because if you give it more time, you have more time to work out. And also, like I said before, time decay and other things. These are expire this week, and they're out of the money, and that's why they're going to be the cheapest. So let's see if we got a fill here because it's 32. Yep, there we go. Robinhood executed the order. And then you can see that you have your option here in the history. I just got filled for one at 32 cents equals $32, and touch base on that. So if you're not sure what options are, one contract equals 100 shares. So you're buying one contract that equals 100 shares. Now the 100 shares, they need to be in the money for you to exercise the option if you go that way. Most typically you won't exercise the option. You'll most likely just trade the contract price. So if you make a lot of money, you're probably not going to exercise it for that unless you really want a long-term hold Snapchat or another stock that you want to do. Mainly you just trade the contract price, because if it goes your way, you're going to be making a lot of money. Well, you'll be making some money. It's hard to say if you'll be making a lot of money or not. So that's pretty much all it is to buy it. If I want to, let's see if I can sell from here. No, that's only sell Snap. So I own this, and now you can see that I have this +1 here next to the $15 call. So I own one $15 call. And now if I want to go to buy, instead of buy, I just click sell up here. And click here, I click sell my call here. And it's pretty much the same thing. You can hit one, review. You're selling your right to buy your contract. Basically, you're selling your contract is what they're saying. So I'm not going to put the order through. We'll actually see if I can make money on this now that I'm in the trade. But I just wanted to guide you through the basics of buying and selling. So you have to go here to buy, up here. If you want to sell, click on sell here, and then you can just call put, and then you can select your different time frame here, your different expiration date. Just be aware, if this is out of the money at expiration, this is going to go to zero. So the closer, these expire Friday, April 6th. Today is Monday, April 2nd. So on Friday, if Snapchat's still below $15, it's going to get lower and lower and lower the closer we get to expiration until it's eventually zero at market close. And if it moves further away, so if it moves further away, let's say Snapchat goes from 1470 down to like 1350. These are, because we're this close to expiration, these are pretty much going to be worthless. So keep that in mind. If you're trading, day trading weeklies or something that's expiring this week, there's a lot of odds are against you. It's not just the price. There's theta, there's time decay, so just keep that in mind. But these are just the basics of buying and selling options on here. There's a lot more advanced features. I'll do some more videos. I do have more videos on our channel. Definitely subscribe. Check out our other videos, and we'll see if we can make some money on this trade. Let me know if you guys have been trading options on Robinhood. Have you making money? Have you been losing money? Definitely leave a comment below. Would love to hear how you're doing.